Welcome to FIRE's educational video series. The objective of this video is to introduce to you the exciting world of Fibonacci, a mathematical concept that is extensively used in several areas of technical analysis. But before starting, let me tell you that I won't be talking much about technical analysis in this video. Instead, I would primarily focus on Fibonacci, a part of mathematics that is extensively used in technical analysis. Let me start by briefly speaking about the history of Fibonacci. This is Leonardo of Pisa, more commonly known today as Fibonacci. Fibonacci was one of the most recognized and talented mathematicians of the 12th and the 13th century. Even today, many consider him as one of the greatest and the most influential mathematicians to have ever lived. Back during his time, Fibonacci traveled across the world to learn various aspects of mathematics. Talking about all his work would be beyond the realms of this video. Instead, let us just focus on one of his key works that forms a critical component of several technical analysis theories, the Fibonacci sequence. Fibonacci sequence is believed to have originated in India sometime around the year 200 BC. This sequence was then introduced into the Western world by Fibonacci in his book Liber Abaci that was published in the year 1202. Liber Abaci was the first European work on Indian and Arabic mathematics. But what exactly is the Fibonacci sequence and how is it derived? Let us now talk more about this. Look at this sequence here. This is nothing but the Fibonacci sequence. How is this sequence arrived? Well, it is quite simple, to be frank. You start with 0 and 1. Each subsequent number in the series after 0 and 1 is the sum of the prior two numbers. For instance, see that in this sequence, 2 is the sum of 1 and 1. 3 is the sum of 1 and 2. 5 is the sum of 2 and 3. 8 is the sum of 3 and 5, and so on. Towards the fag end of the numbers in display, see that 6765 is the sum of 2584 and 4181. You can continue this forever until, of course, you eventually get bored. Mathematically, this sequence can be expressed as x of n is equal to x of n minus 1 plus x of n minus 2 for n greater than or equal to 3. That is, starting from the third Fibonacci number. Let us now talk about the Fibonacci ratios, which are nothing but derivatives of the Fibonacci sequence. Let us perform a few calculations from the Fibonacci numbers and talk about some important properties. Here is the first property. Ignoring the first few numbers in the Fibonacci sequence, when one number in the sequence is divided by the immediately following number, the result will approximately be 0.618. For instance, 21 divided by 34 is 0.618, and so is 144 divided by 233. Here is the second property. When one number in the sequence is divided by a number 2 places to the right of it, the result will approximately be 0.382. For instance, 21 divided by 55 is 0.382, and so is 144 divided by 377. Here is the third property. When one number in the sequence is divided by a number 3 places to the right of it, the result will approximately be 0.236. For instance, 21 divided by 89 is 0.236, and so is 144 divided by 610. So far, we have moved forward, that is, from left to right in the sequence. Let us now move backwards, that is, from right to left in the sequence. Here is the fourth property. When one number in the sequence is divided by the immediately preceding number, the result will approximately be 1.618. For instance, 55 divided by 34 is 1.618, and so is 144 divided by 89. Lastly, here is the fifth property. When one number in the sequence is divided by a number that is 2 places to its left, the result will approximately be 2.618. For instance, 89 divided by 34 is 2.618, and so is 144 divided by 55. Let us now talk about some important reciprocals of the Fibonacci ratios that we discussed so far. But first thing first, what is a reciprocal? Simply put, reciprocal of a number is 1 divided by that number. For example, reciprocal of 5 is 1 divided by 5. Reciprocal of 10 is 1 divided by 10. Reciprocal of 100 is 1 divided by 100, and so on. Now, let us move to the Fibonacci ratios. The reciprocal of 0.236 is 4.236. Similarly, the reciprocal of 0.382 is 2.618. That of 0.618 is 1.618, and that of 0.786 is 1.272. You may wonder, where did 0.786 come from? Well, we will talk about this in a while. Let us now talk about the square roots of key Fibonacci ratios that we have discussed so far. The square root of 0.382 is 0.618. The square root of 0.618 is 0.786. Can you see now where the 0.786 came from? It is the square root of 0.618. Moving ahead, the square root of 0.786 is 0.886. The square root of 1.618 is 1.272, and the square root of 2.618 is 1.618. Remember this number? We just spoke about it earlier when discussing Fibonacci ratios. 1.618 is also called the golden ratio and is denoted using the symbol phi. Golden ratio, or 1.618, is an important number that is found in many natural objects around the world as well as in the universe. A lot of books and research papers have been written on the importance of the golden ratio and its appearance throughout the natural world. You could consider exploring these if you are interested in diving deeper into the world of Fibonacci and golden ratio. Meanwhile, the inverse or the reciprocal of the golden ratio is 0.618, which is another ratio that is quite important. In fact, in technical analysis, 0.618 tends to be more valuable than 1.618. You may wonder, why am I speaking about all this? Why did I talk about the Fibonacci sequence, Fibonacci ratios, reciprocals of Fibonacci ratios, square roots of Fibonacci ratios, the golden ratio, the reciprocal of golden ratio, etc.? What is the relevance of these in technical analysis? Well, Fibonacci sequence and ratios apply not only in the natural world, but they are extremely relevant and important in the financial world as well. In technical analysis, a lot of studies and theories are based on various Fibonacci ratios. Hence, it is very important to know about these ratios and preferably memorize them, as you would frequently be using them when identifying potential areas of support and resistance, as well as when forecasting price trends and potential targets. In the next few videos, we will talk about two extremely popular tools in technical analysis: Fibonacci retracement and Fibonacci extension. The ratios that we have discussed in this video will come into handy in each of these tools, and so will the concepts that we have discussed in this video. Well, that was all that we wanted to talk about in this video. If you liked our video, do not forget to click on the like button below. Also, hit the subscribe button to subscribe to our YouTube channel and the bell icon to receive regular updates from our side. Last but not the least, we have a dedicated space for School of Stocks related discussions on FIRE's community. We encourage you to interact with us on our School of Stocks community page by visiting the link shared below. Thank you for watching this video.